We made it to the end of our three-part series, but I'm really excited about it because this is where I get to tell one of my favorite stories. This is an amazing story. It's a story that could happen for you, that has happened multiple times for many people, and I think it shows the true power of using SEO in your business and what it really looks like to be findable by your ideal client. But first, let me go ahead and introduce myself. I don't want to get ahead of myself. My name's Faye Shala. I'm the owner of Statuesque Events. We are a luxury event planning company based in the DC metro, but we produce luxury corporate events, weddings, and events of all kinds all over, right? I'm also the founder of Planners Who Profit, and at Planners Who Profit, we specialize in helping event planners like you who are excellent at what they do, but need more clients, need more revenue, need more profit in their business, and to streamline their business so you can handle more clients. We help you to do all of that. All right. Now, today's video is actually for all wedding vendors, right? This is something that could happen for a photographer, for, other vendors. When it comes to SEO, it's not just for wedding planners, it's for all vendors. I say for myself, whenever we go to new markets, I do use Google to find vendors in local markets that we could be working with as well. So if you want to get in front of more planners, you want to get in front of more couples, you just want to be more visible, no matter what you do, you should be implementing Google search. All right. Now, but for today, I want to talk to you about how one of our clients went from selling packages averaging $2,000 to selling packages averaging 9,000, a little over $9,000 within a matter of 6 weeks. Within a matter of 6 weeks, she had over $20,000 in the bank, new services, all booking her highest level package that she had never sold before. So that's major, right? All right. So today's video is probably going to be a bit brief because it's a pretty straightforward story. This client lived in the Midwest. This is a place where the average cost of living is a little lower than most other places in the US. So you might be watching this, you may have been watching some of our other videos and saying, this sounds good for them, for people who live in New York City, people who live in DC, people who live, in LA, right? You guys can charge whatever you want because you live in a big city, but I live in a small town. I live in a place where the cost of living is lower. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and challenge that with this story, all right? So she lives in the Midwest and she's like, listen, people in my area just don't spend more than 2,000, maybe 2,500 on planners. That's just what everybody charges. That's just what sells because of the cost of living, because of the way people value planning out here. But I've been doing this for 10 years. Like I have been producing amazing events for 10 years. I know what I bring to the table and I'm just ready to get that five-figure client. Like I'm ready for it. I just don't see how I can do it. And I said, cool. Let's think about this a little bit differently. You're saying that everybody plans wedding, everybody wants a $2,500 dollar planner, everybody's budget is like 20,000, 25,000, right? Have you ever seen a super high-end wedding in your state, right? It may not be in your city that you live in, but somewhere within 30 minutes or an hour away. Super high-end event where you're like, man, I wish I could have worked on that. I wish that person found me. She said yes. And she said something that most of our clients say. Yes, I've seen it, but those people always use planners from out of state. They bring their planners from out of state. They bring their photographer from out of state. They always use these out of state people and they don't use us. And I said, that is what we're going to change. We're going to change it so that you are the person that's visible, so that these clients don't have to feel like they got to go out of state to get something good. You have to be the good one locally in state that people want to go to. All right, we're going to flip this on its head and we're going to focus on going after the top 5% of the market. So, what we did is we worked on her SEO. She had actually recently done a whole rebrand, which was beautiful. But again, it wasn't getting eyes. It wasn't optimized for search. So we got her optimized for search. Then we worked with her on just that SEO and letting it sit, and also just on her own mindset and understanding like there are people who want this and there are people who are going to go after this. So not too long after, she started getting inquiries from people who did not live in state, but who were planning from a long distance. So think this scenario: someone who grows up in a small town, they leave the small town, they move to LA, they move to New York City, they move to a big city, and now they have this six-figure job. They're a high earner, but they want to come back home and have their wedding at home, right, in town, and have a fabulous over-the-top affair. Those are the people who were calling her. Those are the people who were booking consultations. Those are the people who were hiring her. And within a matter of 6 weeks, she made over 20K selling her top package multiple times. That is the power of SEO. of plugging and play, like making sure that you are visible to those people who are actually searching. Because again, those people who live out of state, who are producing a super high-end event there, they're not familiar with the vendors. They don't live there. So where are they gonna look for the best? They're gonna look on Google. They may not have anybody to ask. The people that they left at home may not be in those more affluent circles who can refer affluent vendors. So they're going to go on Google search. They're going to do their own research. They are savvy people. They know how to find what's good and how to find what's quality. And that's it. Right. And so it was very simple. The thing about it is that making money doesn't have to be complicated. You just got to do it right. And so this is a simple approach to get the right people to her. So if you're ready, if you're like, oh my goodness, this sounds like exactly what I need, I want you to go ahead, go to the description box, sign up for the SEO Sprint. That's when we're going to work together, just like I talked about working with her. I talked about working with the other people in the other videos in the series to help them to get their SEO up to par quickly, right? This is like a one-time session. This is just a few hours investment upfront that pays them for years and years on end. I have a client that I worked with almost 5 years ago now, maybe 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago now on their SEO, and they're still getting leads every month from work that we did such a long time ago, right? Like we have we have a client who at one point was getting 12 to 15 leads every single week for her business. Right? We actually had to implement some things to kind of filter out people to reduce the number of leads that were coming in just because she's just getting so much, and almost all of them were coming from search. So the thing is that a lot of times it's easy to say, well, there's no one looking for this, but the truth is that you're just not visible to the people who are looking. All right. So I want you to know that there is a fix. It does not have to take you long. It's not a 1 hour 1 year program. It's not anything like that. I want you to sign up for the SEO Sprint. All right. It's only going to be available for a limited time. Well, I'm going to pull this video down when it's no longer available or when we decide we're not offering it anymore. So I want you to go ahead, hop in there. I want to get to know you and get to work with you on your business and get started from there. All right. So I hope this has been helpful. Make sure if you've enjoyed any part of this series, make sure you like, subscribe, send this to a friend, all that good stuff. I hope that this helps to expand your mind as to what's possible for your business. And stay tuned because we have so much more content coming your way very soon.